So this next one is called, it's kind of new, well, it isn't going to be new, it's called Piecewise. You may have seen it, but you may not have. So normally if I ask you to graph, you're like, yay, I graphed it, I'm amazing. But now what they're saying is, hey, I don't want the whole graph. I just want, I just want this part of it. So how would you do that? And let's say I go, okay, I want you to graph this one and this one and this one on there. And you go, oh my gosh, do you want all those? And I'm saying, okay, no, I don't want all of it. What I want this time is I only want you to tell me the values that are less than -3. Here, I want you to tell me the values that are between -3 and 2. And here, I want you to tell me all the ones that are greater than 2. So you'll end up graphing something at -3, and I'm just making it up. It goes this part. And then that would be an open circle because it's less than. And then when you're graphing the line from -3 to 2, it ends up doing something like this to 2. And then for the cubic, it ends up looking like this. And so it's pieces of different functions all in one, okay? So it seems a lot more difficult than it is. It's just one of those things you kind of have to get used to it. So I know for the first one that this will make a U and this will make a line. And I know it's a line going down and this is a U going up. Now, one option is I can completely graph both of them and then erase the parts that aren't on there. To me, that seems like a pain in the tush. What I would rather do is use this information and make a table. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, okay, it looks like they want you to start with the value -2, which is closed circle. And they want to know all the numbers that are less. So -3 is less, -4 is less, -5 is less. I would pick a few points. And then for this one, they're saying, okay, I don't want you to do the whole thing. I want you to start with -2, open circle, and tell me numbers that are bigger, 0, 1. Okay? So how the heck do I get the y values? Well, I take the x and I plug it in. -2 plus 3 is 1, squared is 1. -3 plus 3 is 0, squared is 0. -4 plus 3 is -1, squared is 1, which makes sense, right? It's a u. -5 plus 3 is -2, squared is 4. And some of you go, how do we know this was the vertex? Well, look, the opposite and nothing on the outside. So I would go -2, 1, a closed circle. -3, 0, -4, 1, -5, 4. And I'm showing this part of the graph. So that kind of covers, and it's forever, right? Because it keeps going less and less and less. So that's my pink dude. Now my blue one is saying, okay, if you go negative of -2, that's 2 plus 1 is 3. Negative of -1 is 1 plus 1 is 2. 0 plus 1 is 1, and then 0. So I graph that. -2, 3, open circle. -1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, forever. So what I did is I said, hey, tell me a piece of the pink and a piece of the blue, and this is the function. Okay? No inequalities, just give me a piece of it. So knowing shapes helps you a lot. Let's do the next one. All right. I know this one makes a line going down. This makes a half U, and this makes a half U. So this time, not only am I going to have 2 tables, I'm going to have 3. So there's 1. I'll do this one. I'm going to have a blue. And I'll make the last one a green, because yellow is kind of harder to read. Oops, sorry about that. Ugh. X, Y. Okay, now I have to focus on those crucial points. So I'm going to focus on -4, closed circle, less than -4. This one, I actually am going to do something a little bit different because I need to go from -4 all the way to 2. Does that mean I have to do all the numbers in between? No, because if I know the shape, I can draw it. -4 would be open circle. +2 would be closed. So I just pick a number. I'll try -2 and 0. I could have picked -1 and 1, whatever. Then I do this one right here. I got to go 2, open circle, and all the numbers bigger than 2. Technically, I could pick 100 if I want. It's bigger than 2, isn't it? Okay. So now let's plug it in. Negative of negative 4 is 4, minus 2 is 2. Negative of negative 5 is 5, minus 2 is 3, 4, 5. I know it's a pattern, so I know I'm good to go. All right. Now for this one, because it ends up being imaginary. I don't like that at all. I'm going to pick negative 1 then. Okay. So this was a very bad example that I cut and pasted. Because if I did negative 4 plus 2, that's negative 2. You can't take the square root of negative 2. Okay. So that was a bad one. But I can do negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. 0 plus 2 is 2. The square root of 2 is like 1.4. 2 plus 2 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. We'll worry about that in a second, okay? Next one. The square root of 2 is the square root of 2 plus 2. So it's the square root of 2 plus 2, which is about 3.4, I think. Okay? The square root of 3, so then it's going to be the square root of 3 plus 2. We'll say 3.8. I'm making it up. I'm not sure. Okay. The square root of 4 is 2 plus 2 is 4. And the square root of 100 is 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay. So this is kind of complex. Let's see if I can zoom it out a little bit. I can. So now I'm going to graph this. Negative 4, 2, closed circle. Negative 5, 3. Negative 6, 4. So this is going to go on and on forever. That is my pink part. Now my blue part is kind of a mess up, okay? Because technically we can't actually graph all of it, but there would be an open circle at negative 4 comma something. So let's start at negative 1, 1. 0, 1.4, and then 2, 2. Okay? We know it's going to go something like that. But here's the thing. It's kind of hard because let's just pretend there should be like an open circle here, but you can't have it. So this is kind of a weird one. So there's blue. Okay. And then this one is 2 comma 3.4, open circle. 3 comma 3.8, 4 comma 4, 100 comma 12. I know it's going to look like that. And there is my green. And while this one was a little bit annoying, I want you to get the idea of open circle and closed circle. So there should have been an open circle here, an open circle here. Okay. All right, let's do the next one. That was kind of a weird one. All right, pink. I know it's an absolute value. Absolute value makes a V. It should be going down. I'll do my table. I start with negative 2, open circle. Numbers less than negative 2. Absolute value of negative 2 is 2, negative 2. Absolute value of negative 3 is 3, negative 4, negative 5. Okay, let's do my blue. Start with negative 2, open or closed circle. All numbers bigger than negative 2, negative 1, 0. I could pick 10 if I want. I could have picked positive 1. I just like to go in order. It's easier for my brain, okay? It looks like it's a line. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Negative 2 times negative 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, 1, negative 1. Now I graph it. Negative 2, open circle. Negative 3, negative 3. Negative 4, negative 4. So now I know it goes like this forever. Because why? Some of you go, why is it forever? Well, it's all the numbers less than negative 2, which is over here. And it's supposed to be making a V, and some of you go, but it's not making a V. If it continued, if I had a pencil, I don't even know where my pencils are. Oh, there we go. And I had you graph this whole thing, it would look like this. But I don't want the whole V, I just want this part of it, which just kind of looks like a line. And then this one, negative 2, 5, negative 1, 3, 0, 1, 1, negative 1. It's going forever, isn't it? So this was closed circle, and we go forever like this. Okay, let's do one more. So I know that this is exponential, but it's down. I know this is absolute value, but it's down. I know this is a line. Okay, knowing those shapes helps you kind of know if you're on the right track. All right, pink. What number? I don't know why I kept picking ones with -2. -2, less than, -3, -4, -5, close circle. -4, okay, so this is going to be -4 to the -2 is actually 4 to the -2, which is 1/16, -1/16. If you're not good at that, it doesn't mean you're not good at piecewise functions. It means you're struggling with exponents, okay? -4 to the -3 is 1/64. So that's -1/64. Wow, this one looks like a pain in the tush. This is -1/64 times 4, 256. Okay, it's definitely a pain. So let's see, -2, this. Okay, so it's going to end up looking like this. Okay, it's not a very good one. Close circle, like that. Absolute value is the blue. Okay, so I go from -2. I don't have to list all the numbers, but I need to know that -2 is open circle, 4 is open circle, and pick another point. So I'll say 0 and 3. Why? Because I feel like it. Absolute value of -2 is 2, negative. Absolute value of 0, 0. Absolute value of 3, and 4. So, -2, -2, open circle. 0, 0. 3, -3. Did I do that wrong? Oh! No, we're good. So let's see, sorry. 3, -3. 4, -4. Okay, so if I went like this, I know that's wrong because this is absolute value. So it's asking for open circle, by the way. That's open circle. It's asking for that part of the absolute value. Open circle, line, line, open circle. Now I got to do my green. Now I have to pick all numbers 4 and bigger. So I go 4 and bigger, 5, 6, 7. Now, there's a problem. There's no x. That means every single time the value is -3, -3, -3. So 4, -3, open circle. Oh no, closed circle, I'm sorry, because of the line on the bottom. 5, -3, 6, -3, 7, -3, and so on and so forth. So closed circle. There. Okay? If you YouTube this, there's different ways that it is taught. This is the most simplistic for me. Make a table, pick it. Okay? Creating a piecewise function. This is going to take a little bit longer, so I'm going to do this one on the next video.